tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. You're tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
We walk towards the ocean.
Hello everybody, you are watching and listening to AFTERBUZZ TV's concert experience. Joining me, you hear in your ear, Maggie Szabo.
Hey.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
This song sounds so good.
Thank you.
So this is the new single.
This is the brand new single, yes.
Forgive and Forget.
Yes.
It's kind of a little bit darker.
It's darker. It's
Talk
very real.
to me about it. Let's just jump right in.
So I moved here from Canada over 2.5 years ago, and I wrote this song probably within like my first year of moving here.
Okay.
And inspired by true life events.
Some asshole somewhere.
Some asshole somewhere in LA inspired the song.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I kind of just sat down on my piano late one night and started writing it, and it just kind of happened like that. And then about a while after, one of the producers I was working with, Lee Miles, he was kind of asking me what songs I've been working on by myself, and I dug this one up, and he heard it, and he's like, okay, we have to record it. So we ended up recording it in the studio, and this is what you're hearing.
I like it.
Yeah.
So is that typically how you write songs? Like something happens and then you get down to a piano and write it, or you like go into a studio, work with the team?
You know, it's the fun thing about songwriting for me is that it's always different. Sometimes it'll happen like that. I'll just sit down one night after like something happened and I just kind of write it. Sometimes, you know, I go in the studio with a producer and like maybe another writer or something, and then it happens that way. So it's always different. Like one of my co-writers, Julius Robinson, he's great. Him and I are like really good friends, and his wife and I are really good friends too. And he's like, I call him my songwriting therapist, because we'll literally like plan a writing session. He'll be like, what's going on in your life? So we just like start talking about everything, and that's how a lot of our songs come about too. So it just totally depends on the situation and kind of who I'm working with as well.
Okay, so I want to rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
You're from Canada.
Yeah.
When did you start kind of taking music seriously and thinking like, okay, this is what I'm going to do with the rest of my life?
I feel like since I was like 2 or 3 years old, I knew I wanted to do music. I always loved singing. I would sing around the house, and like when I was like 8, I asked my parents to put me in singing lessons, and like every time they had friends over for dinner or something, I would sing for them. I would put on a little performance. So it's kind of started as like a joke and like just like me doing it because I thought it was super fun. And then I started singing the anthem when I was like 9 years old at like our local events, like at the golf club and stuff. I would sing O Canada. And then it kind of just grew from there. And I started writing when I was 12. And then I really started taking it seriously kind of when I just started writing songs, because I really just fell in love with it all together. And then, yeah, it kind of just kept growing from there.
Was your family always supportive? Because I feel like that's kind of like a scary thing to be like, I'm going to be an artist.
I know, right? I mean, they've always been super great and supportive. I think for a little bit there, they were a little bit, I think, just scared, like any parent would be. Like, you know, I'm 18 years old, and hey, guys, I'm moving to Nashville by myself to, like, pursue writing and singing and stuff. Like, it's just this career, and anything really in entertainment, it's not anything guaranteed. And I think for any parent, they want the best for their kid, and it's just a little scary. So they were definitely, I think, nervous, and they just wanted to make sure that it was going to be okay, which you never know if it will be. But they've always been really, really great about it.
So you get to Nashville, and then you have sort of these viral YouTube songs. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so I went to Nashville when I was 18, didn't know anyone. I drove there. And my original plan was to go there for 2 weeks just to like write songs. I just graduated high school. And then I fell in love with it just because being from where I'm from, Nashville is just such an amazing place for songwriters and for artists, and just like go out and sing your songs every night. Like I was going every night to a different writers round. And so being in that environment, I loved it, and I totally fell in love with it, and I was able to learn a lot about writing and performing and being an artist. So I ended up staying there for a year and a half. I wrote an EP, met a producer named Tanya Leah. We ended up recording these songs, and we started kind of shopping it to labels. And the first label that kind of offered me something was Linus Entertainment, and they're based back in Canada. So they offered me a deal, and the idea was I was going to record this full album, which was super exciting for me because I'd never had a record deal before.
Yeah.
But the deal was I had to go back. I had to write the album, go back, so I could do the whole radio thing there and promote it in Canada. So that's what brought me back to Canada. And once that album was done, I needed some inspiration again. So I decided to come back to LA and just for like a little writing trip again. And I totally fell in love with it here. And I decided this is where I wanted to work on my next album. So I am here. I finished the album. And for me, this is where I'm going to be and where I'm going to stay.
So are you still signed with Linus?
No. So I'm not signed with Linus anymore. I wanted to make this album on my own independently because I kind of wanted the creative I wanted creative control of it. And for like you'll talk to anyone really, there is a balance, and for certain artists like they are like dead set on like how they want to make their album and stuff, and for me I was very specific of the sound that I wanted and who I wanted to work with, and it was best for me to do that in Los Angeles.
So do you consider yourself, because I know you've had like tons of viral videos on YouTube, do you consider yourself like one of the YouTube artists, part of that community, or that's just kind of something that happens in addition to what you do?
It's funny because there's definitely now it's really cool because there's so many great opportunities with YouTube and releasing videos and stuff. But for me, I was doing it because it was a lot of fun and it was a great way for me to build my fan base. But at the end of the day, I didn't want to keep doing that because I didn't want to associate myself only with like doing YouTube cover videos.
Yeah, because you kind of get pigeonholed sometimes.
Yeah, and it's a hard thing because it's great. You get fans from that, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I was like, okay, I reached a certain point where I just wanted to focus on my own stuff, because even when you're doing both at the same time, if people are only starting to know you for your cover songs, that's what they're going to know you for.
Yeah.
So I decided to just focus on my originals and start releasing videos of my songs, and it's been really fun and it's been rewarding, and I'm glad I made that decision.
So when can we expect this album you're working on?
The album I expect will be coming out in the summer.
Okay.
Forgive and Forget, we just released that, and I'm actually having a music video release party at the W to show like everyone really the
exciting.
Music video for the first time. So we're going to be releasing that, and then there's a lot of other exciting things happening with some videos and songs being released in Europe with some DJs there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I can't say too much.
Okay. But you're doing some writing for other people too.
Yeah, so it's been fun too because I've been able to write and sing top line for some DJs over there, which is always like just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you have, when you look at your career, like, this is where I want to be in 5 years, this is where I want to be in 10 years?
Yes.
Tell me.
Well, I think I've always wanted to live in LA, so I've accomplished that, and I'm just happy to be here. And at the end of the day, as far as like numbers or like that, like certain levels, for me, as long as I'm writing songs, recording them, releasing music, and building my fan base and building my career, that's kind of what my goals are, is to just keep growing and moving forward. Of course, one day I would love to win a Grammy. I want to go on a world tour, and those are definitely all in my goal list. But most importantly for me is to just keep making music that I love and that I feel strongly about, keep expressing, keep saying what I want to say, and just building it that way.
I love that.
Thanks.
Okay, we're going to play a little game.
Oh, God.
It's just going to be quick, but it's just called The Last Time. You just have to tell me the last time you did any of these things.
Oh, God, okay.
Okay, last song you downloaded.
Whiskey and You by Chris Stapleton.
Oh, okay. Well, last time you deleted a tweet.
Last time I deleted a tweet. Oh, yeah. I wish I don't have anything juicy.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Mine's always just like a typo.
Mine would be like a typo, or like I didn't like the filter on that photo.
Oh, okay. Damn it. All right, last text message you sent.
The last text message I sent was to my best friend because she wanted to do dinner tonight, but my little sister's in town, so I'm doing dinner with her.
Okay. Last TV show you binge watched.
Oh, the last TV show, oh my goodness, How to Make a Murderer.
Oh, it's crazy, right?
So crazy, like terrifying.
Okay. Last time you lied.
Last time I lied, I feel like I lie a lot. Just like little white lies.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh no, you're putting me on the spot. I can't even remember.
But it probably like
Today,
within this interview.
For something small. No, definitely not in this interview.
Okay, phew.
I was only truthful today.
Good. Last thing you do before you go to bed at night.
Last thing I do before I go to bed, I make like a list of what I need to do the next day because I have a terrible like memory.
Oh, that's really smart, actually.
Thanks.
And last thing you want to say before we wrap up this interview.
The last thing I want to say is honestly just thanks for having me. Thanks for listening to the song. And for everyone that has ever gone through that shitty situation before, you are not the only one.
I like that. And if we want to find more music from you, where can we find it?
Allaboutmaggie.com, Maggie is allaboutmaggie.com.
And go ahead and plug your socials.
Socials, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything's All About Maggie.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for coming in.
Thank you so much. That was a lot of fun.
Yay. If you guys want more from AfterBuzz, make sure to follow us at AfterBuzz TV or find more at AfterBuzzTV.com. We'll see you back in here next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.